In today's video, I'm going to give you a full beginner's guide to dropshipping with Ecwid and Aliexpress. Now, the methods I'm going to teach you today are responsible for over £2 million in sales for my own store. And I'm going to teach you everything from niche research to product research, building a high converting store, setting up your ads. I'm going to teach you everything you need to know. So stick around, it's going to be a really insightful video. Now, if you haven't already signed up for Ecwid, then use the link in the description down below. And the reason I say to use that is because number one, it will get you the best discounts. Number two, you'll get the best free trial. And it also helps out the channel. So it's just a good way of saying thank you if the video was useful for you. And also in the video, I may use some tools that might be paid. I'll also leave a link down below for them that you can use. They're not necessary, but they are optional and they can be helpful. So let's get right into it. So first things first, of course, you want to go ahead onto the link down below. You're going to be sent to this page here, and we just want to click get started for free. And we just want to set ourselves up a store. So you're going to go ahead and put in your first name, last name, email, and password. And that's going to set your store up for you. It's just a good place to get started. Okay, so once we've put our name in, it's going to give us some onboarding stuff. It's going to ask for our country, the name of our store. You can just leave this blank for now. And it's going to also ask for the currency. So you can fill those in or you can leave them for later. It's then going to ask for your company address to get paid and to set up delivery. So go ahead and put all of that information in. It's going to briefly ask you about your experience. Just be honest with them. This will help you to set up your account as good as possible. And then finally on this page, it's going to ask you for your free domain. So it's going to be a .company.site one. You can go ahead and just put anything in. It doesn't matter for now. We're going to be buying a domain later, but you can just put a test one in. So you could put whatever you want and just go ahead and press next. Now it's going to ask you for your pricing plans. You can go to monthly or you can pay yearly. I'd recommend monthly. It's going to be a bit better. It might be a tiny bit more expensive, but it's probably better to do that. Now you can start off for free, but with the free plan, we're not going to be able to do things that we do need to do, like connecting our custom domain, that kind of thing. So I'd recommend going ahead and clicking get started on like the venture plan. This is a good one to start with. But while you're building it, you can just start on the free one just while you get to grips with it all. So once you've done that, you should be here and ready to go. So now that we've got our store set up, the first bit I like to do at this point is do some niche research. Now, you might already have a niche in mind that you want to make your store around. Maybe it's something you're passionate about or something you have a good idea about. But if not, we can use some methods of finding some good niches. One way I like to use if I'm trying to find new niches is I can use ChatGPT here. You can get it to go and give you a list of like 100 different niches. So you put something like, give me a list of 100 passionate niches for my e-commerce store. So here we go. It's going to go ahead and give us tons of different niches here. And, you know, you can go through here, see which ones you like, and see which ones kind of attract your eye, that kind of thing. Now, you don't have to pick one straight away, but I'd recommend just jumping straight into it and trying one out, because you're going to learn. You don't want to spend too much time overthinking it. You just want to try something out and go for it. But here it's giving some cool ideas, you know, DIY robot kits, that's pretty cool. You've got terrarium kits. You got so many here that you could choose from. So do this as a great way to find some niches. It's also good if you go for a niche that you do know about a little bit. That way it means you'll understand the customers a little bit better. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and look at the mixed martial arts niche, and I'm going to try and find some stores in that are already making sales to see what is selling on their store. And the way I'm doing that is I'm typing in my niche, which is going to be MMA, and I put MMA store online. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do a bit of research onto the competition. So you can see this top one here, they're running ads. They're running ads. They're running ads here. So what I would do is I'm going to look at these guys, and I'm going to look at what they're trying to sell. So I can go through each of these sites, see what is selling well for them. So if we go to, obviously their main page here seems to be jiu-jitsu. So we're going to go to shop now. And I usually like to go over here onto this thing here and go to the best selling products. This way we can see what products are selling the best for them. So here they've got all of these range of these here. So this could be a potential product, but we can also go through into other stuff. For example, Nogi Jiu-Jitsu, and we can look at, you know, their best sellers in here, and we can see, okay, shorts are quite popular, so maybe shorts are cool. This is quite some cool shorts. We can see the stuff that's kind of selling well. And we can do this across all of the different stores here, just to see what products are doing well overall. So I'd recommend just having a look and kind of getting an idea of what they're selling. Now, this is going to be completely different for your niche, but it will give you a good idea. Now, at this point, something else you can do once we've got some stores here is we can start finding the ads that they are running. So one way you can do this is with the Facebook ads library. The domain is facebook.com. Let me just find it for you. Facebook.com/ads/library. Now for me, for some reason, it's not working. I don't know why. Potentially because I've changed my Wi-Fi. But you can go onto here, and what you can do is you can basically put the domain in. So copy this domain here. You can put it into the ad library, and then that will show you the ads that they're running, that they've run in the past, and you can get an idea of what they're running. Now another way we can do this is with a tool called AdSpy, and this tool is amazing. So basically AdSpy here is a Facebook ads tool. It's really, really good. Essentially it allows you to search the whole of the Facebook ad library. You can search by ad text, comments, advertiser name, URL, landing page URL, and landing page text. And then it allows you to narrow it down. You can check Facebook or Instagram ads. You can check the gender that they've targeted, the ages. You can see the daily likes they've had, the total likes, media type, so video or photo, when it was created, when it was seen, all that kind of stuff. You can search by Shopify stores, the countries, the buttons they've used. And it's such a great tool for actually finding out which products have been run well. So we could go and look at this domain here, or we could even type in, well, first of all, let's try this domain here. So we could go for this domain and we could paste it into the URL box here, add filters, and we can go here and we can see which ads they have ran. Now, what I like to do is I like to sort it by shares. So we can see this is their most shared post. It doesn't have many likes or shares, so they haven't spent that much money on it. What we can do is we can go through all of these different stores that we found, and we can paste the URL in here. We can see, okay, this one is a competition actually. Then we've got something like this, which is some gloves with some interest payments. You've got this punching bag kit, it looks like. You get a bag, some pads, some gloves. So you can see these products that they've run. And what you're looking for here is you're looking for a lot of likes and a lot of comments and shares. Ideally, you want over like 1,000 likes. But we can just try a few different stores to see if they have any products that have been doing very well. So again, this one's pretty, there's not much going on here. So something else we could do inside of ad library, AdSpy even, is we could put the ad text. So we could put something like Jiu-Jitsu, for example, add the filter, and then we can see here what things have been run. So we can see that they're trying to sell this. They got some products here. And if we're not getting enough products, we can change the technology to Shopify, for example, or Ecwid. We've got, a program here. We've got some mobility drills. We've got, this looks like some articles. So here we've got a cool product here, which looks like some kind of test dummy. So this would be a cool product that we could actually go ahead and test on our store. So we can look at it, we can see, okay, it's had a lot of likes, it's got a lot of shares, a lot of comments. That means that it's probably been ran, and it's been ran for, 3 months? So it means it's been profitable. And we can even see what their website looked like. So they were basically selling training dummies for jiu-jitsu. So this is quite a cool product that we could potentially sell. So what I would go ahead and do now is I would go and find some more products that we could potentially test out. And I would go and list them out and then go onto Aliexpress and look for them. So I'm inside of Aliexpress now, and I would just go onto here and I would just type in Jiu-Jitsu test dummy, for example, something like that. Jiu-Jitsu dummy. Okay, so we have wrestling dummy, or we have grappling dummy MMA Jiu-Jitsu. So I'm going to click on this product here, and we can see the price of it, so £62. This is probably going to be quite a heavy one to ship, so you probably wouldn't want to drop ship this. But then we can go down here, see if there's any other products. So we've got this wrestling dummy, and it's also going to recommend us related products. So we've got gum shields, we've got some rash guards, we've got another training dummy. We have some kind of neck lifting harness to help build your neck strength. And if we go down here, we're going to see even more things. So we've got some kind of strength training thing, some boxing thing. We have just like lots of related products that look quite cool. So what I'd recommend doing is I'd recommend going down the rabbit holes of just looking at all these different products that look interesting. I'd say don't go for things that are common. So things that you see commonly, like boxing gloves, you might be able to sell them, but the chances are people aren't going to be that interested in them. And the whole thing with running ads is that you want to interest people into buying them. It wants to be something they've never seen before. So what else have we got here? We've got some kind of breathing exerciser, which is quite cool. We have these target pads. People have probably seen pads before. We can basically scroll down and just keep going through the rabbit hole. We've got this finger trainer for strength. We have nothing else really for now on here. We just want to keep scrolling through here and just opening all these products here, going through the rabbit holes, and just looking at all the new products. So we've got some different punching equipment here. And then, for example, this is quite a cool product. If you made a good ad for it, you could definitely sell this. And then you've got some jaw exercise stuff, which is kind of unrelated. You've got some grip strength, I believe that is. These are all things that people in jiu-jitsu would be interested in. And the only reason I would know that is because I do the sport. So that's why I say do a product or do a niche that you know about. So we can go ahead and look at this. I'd say that's probably not that interesting. This is potentially interesting. So maybe we could sell a jiu-jitsu strength bundle, which would be quite a cool thing to do. But then what we want to do after that is go back to Aliexpress. And what I like to do is I like to scroll to the bottom of the page. And they've got this section called More to Love. And the More to Love section really recommends you some very interesting products. So here we have this finger trainer. It looks pretty cool. It looks unique. It looks like you've got some strength things on it. We can keep scrolling down. We have, let's see what else we've got. We've got some power wrist training stuff. We've got a forearm trainer. We've got this, it's quite a saturated product. You're gonna get some really random ones like this and like these shoes and stuff. And don't get me wrong, these kind of things probably would sell, but you just have to have a good angle for them. They've got some like muscle trainers here. But yeah, what you want to do is just go through the rabbit hole here and just find products in your niche that are cool, that look interesting, that have some kind of purpose, and just start thinking about how you could sell them really. So I think that potentially grip strength stuff would be quite cool if you made a good ad for it. And then something else we can do once we've found all of these different products is we can go put them into AdSpy again. So we could say something like grip strength maybe. We could have a look, grip strength. And we could just see, we've got some grip strength training stuff here. We can see some ads that people have ran before, which have worked well. And this is going to be really useful for just kind of researching to see how we can angle all of this stuff. So once we've done that and we've got a load of products, I would recommend going on to Ecwid here and building out your store like another store. So I would take inspiration from another big store. One of these stores will be perfectly fine. Take inspiration from them and build the store across here. Now I won't spend too much time showing you how to build the store because that can take hours and hours, but if you would like a guide on how to actually build a good Ecwid store itself, like how to design it, I can also show you that. But you're going to want to go ahead and just sort of build a store out that looks very similar to one of these stores here. And you want to go ahead and also, I would recommend populating the store with a lot of products from these stores. So you might want to add some rash guards or some other sort of filler products that make the store feel more alive. So once you've done that, I'd recommend going over here and grabbing yourself a domain. Now you can grab yourself a domain inside of Ecwid, and basically you can upgrade here and you can buy a domain, and it's just going to automatically connect in here. So it's probably going to be a good idea for you to go ahead and do that. Again, you're going to have to use the venture plan, but if you use the link in the description, that will give you a discount onto that. So I'd recommend using that link down below. But you can add a domain, and for the domain, I'd recommend using ChatGPT as well. So say I'm making a niche e-commerce store in the MMA niche. Give me some ideas. I think I need to put the name. Give me some ideas of names. So Combat Corner, Warrior Wear, Octagon Outfitters. So these are all pretty cool. Don't overthink the, Cage Kings are pretty cool. Don't overthink the title that much. Just go ahead and grab it. So let's say Cage Kings. We'll just test out, see if it's available. So cagekings.com is not available. It's $14,000 or $15,000. But just go through the list, find the ones you like, put them into the Google and see if they are available. And if they are, we can just go and buy it inside of here very easily. So now it's time for making our ads. And for making ads, I would recommend using Canva. Now we can go over to the social media section here. This already has some pre-made sort of templates. So these are pretty cool. We can look at the Instagram post templates here, or Instagram ads, for example. We can just see them here, and we can create a blank one here. And what we can go ahead and do is we can go to the left hand side and we can type in stuff like MMA, for example. And this will allow us to find some MMA templates. So let's use this one, for example. We can then go ahead and edit this very easily. So we could say, let's say we're saying grip strength, so we could say grip killer or something like that. I don't know, some kind of cool, catchy name that quickly explains what the product is. Maybe here, instead of this, we would drag in the photo of the product. So we would grab this, we would cut this out, and we put this inside of here. And we could put some offer up here, like order today and save 25% plus free shipping. We want some kind of offer in there that kind of entices them to buy it now. What we can do, just go ahead, use Canva. It's so good for actually designing stuff. It's very simple. And from there we can go ahead and actually press this share button here. We can download it, and then we can use that within our ads. Now in terms of the Facebook ad structure, I would recommend running your ads for £10 per day. So I'd recommend having one campaign. Inside each campaign, I'd recommend having maybe 3 ad sets, and inside each ad set, I'd recommend having a different creative. Then for your targeting, I would always go broad, no interest on each. So it means no interest, to put your country in, put the genders in that you might want to target, put the ages in. But if you don't know your age, gender, country, just leave it blank. I'd recommend targeting probably the big 5, so USA, UK, New Zealand, Australia, and Canada for your ads. And I'd recommend just running those, each product, for maybe 1 day at £10 per ad set. So you'll be running £30 if you run 3 ads. Testing the creatives and see if you're getting any results. If you're getting sales, that's great. You'll be looking for a click-through rate of, probably 2% plus, maybe 3% if you're looking for a super winner. But if you're not getting that, then you can leave it a few days. But if you don't get any sales after a few days, cut it, move on to the next product, and basically rinse and repeat the process until you get yourself a winner. But that's basically how you should go about doing it. Now, if you want me to make a more in-depth guide about any of the things I spoke about here, let me know down below, and I'll go ahead and do that. So thank you for watching. Use the link down below to sign up to Ecwid, and also I'll leave a link down below for AdSpy, and probably I'll leave one for Canva as well. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.